called Japa by Bhurijana Prabhu. We are entering into the fifth chapter. So far, we have seen three keys from this book. That first thing is to be able to start chanting, and the second thing is to listen to just one mantra as we chant, and the third is to have determination while we are chanting, or even before getting into the chanting the previous night. So we are going to see the fourth key today and a fifth key as well. Let's get started. The fourth key, from wherever the mind wanders, that's the topic of this fourth key. Wherever the mind wanders, we want to bring it back. In the Bhagavad Gita 6.26 states, Yato yato nischalati manasas chanchalam astiram tatastato niyamyatyat atmanyeva vasham nayet. Yato yato tato tato. So this is standard typical way how the slokas comes. That is, from wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Part of applying the third key, determination, is to be determined to bring the mind back from wherever it wanders. We have to be determined to listen to one Maha Mantra now, no matter what the mind says. By nature, the mind is Nischalati Astiram. Nischalati Astiram. Stiram means stable, Astiram means unstable, agitated and unsteady, and Chanchalam, flickering and fickle. It's always prepared to jump without reason from topic to topic. But we have formulated our sankalpa. We have decided to listen. To fulfill our sankalpa, we must draw the mind back to its simple task of listening to one mantra. So that is the fourth key. What's the fourth key? Simply to get the mind back into focusing one mantra. Fifth key, detachment. Freedom in chanting comes from focusing on the one mantra we are currently chanting. Even if we have terribly chanted hundreds of mantras, we cannot go back and rechant them. Neither can we know whether we will chant attentive mantras in the future. Therefore, we must chant detached from past and future and place all our attention on our present attempt to hear. So this is quite well known teachings that we don't want to focus on the past and neither in the future because past is gone and future no control. So let's do what we can do as of now, not even today, as of now. So chanting is in our hand, so we can chant nicely. I remember the first time I heard the Hare Krishna mantra, it was 1970, and I was a brahmachari in the Tokyo, Japan temple. So remember who's talking this? Bhurijana Prabhu is saying this. I was pacing back and forth on the tatami mats when suddenly I heard myself pronouncing a Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I had been chanting for more than 2 years by this time, and my sudden hearing and the power and sweetness of the mantra shocked me. I thought, this is why they tell you to listen while you chant. Imagine what it would have been like to have heard all the mantras in 16 rounds. We focus on one mantra because it is impossible to listen. So, one more thing on the same line is, it's really the real chanting of focus only kicks in after few rounds of chanting, to be, in my case at least. So it's always nice if you get an opportunity to one stretch, certain chant your rounds, and as you pick up the momentum, your focus also becomes more clear and nicer. Just a small thought. Of course, there are other responsibilities, other things that we may have to do. We may have to split our rounds during the day. But if it is possible, if we can get up little early in the morning, if it's possible, that means we have to go to bed early, and then we can chant little added extra rounds in the morning. So that makes a big difference when you chant rounds in a continuous fashion. We focus on one mantra because it is impossible to listen to two mantras at the same time. What to speak of 16 rounds worth of mantras? 16 rounds worth of mantras. We are only capable of listening to the one mantra we are uttering in the moment. Therefore, we have to keep bringing the mind back to the simple task of listening. Make a vow to do this, then bring the mind back always. Sometimes devotees who have tried this technique have noticed that their mind wanders during the first half of the mantra and they don't begin the concept to concentrate until they reach the second part. Well, exactly what I just said now. So don't worry. Catch your mind and allow the second sound of Rama to lead you to the first Hare of the next mantra. So what Prabhu is saying is, if you missed one thing, do not be worried about it. Then you just take that particular nama and connect to this next one. Catch your mind and allow the sound of Rama to lead you to the first Hare of the next mantra, and be detached. If we find we haven't listened to our first 15 rounds, even if we didn't properly hear any mantras, even any one name of Krishna, never mind. We do not have the freedom of bring those mantras back. Neither can we promise to do better in the future. We have only enough freedom to listen to the mantra, starting with the one holy name we are chanting now. There's no point lamenting about the past or worrying about the future. Better to simply hear the one mantra we are chanting in the present. Usually we say this one for our other activities in our life, but see how beautifully that Prabhu is bringing that particular point in the chanting. Not to be worried about the past or the future, how we chanted in the past, how we are going to even chant in the future, because we don't know. Today we may be perfectly in a good mood to chant nicely. Tomorrow we may not be. Therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, how we are going to chant tomorrow. Let's focus now at this very moment. And the last part of this section, hearing even one mantra is wonderful. So, we should know that if we chant one mantra and actually listen to it, hearing it, we have done something wonderful and our life is already successful. Focused chanting is actually the clearing stage of japa, nama bhasa, and the scriptures are full of glorification of such chanting. This is where detachment helps. If we understand how wonderful it is to chant one mantra attentively, then instead of thinking about all the mantras we haven't heard, we will free the mind to focus on a fresh attempt to hear Krishna's name. Be detached. If the mind wanders toward other thoughts, bring it back and try again. We have this freedom by Krishna's mercy. Last paragraph. Practice of these first five keys will gradually slow the mind, and that will bring it easier to stay focused while chanting. Although it's true that we need Krishna's grace at each stage, if we hope to advance, we can still use our own free will properly and become determined to hear Krishna's holy names. By our own efforts, based on our faith in the holy name, we should try to listen to one mantra, the mantra we are currently chanting. So, those are the beautiful five keys of secret or success for our chanting. First, we have to start chanting, and slowly that will help us to get to this stage of calming down our mind. The whole purpose of this thing is for 5 points that's been given here is to calm down our mind. The mind wanders everywhere, as Prabhu was quoted, yato yato nischalati manasas chanchalam attiram tatas tato niyamyatyat Atmanyeva Vasham Nayet. Mind has its job, so not to criticize the mind, but when it does our job, we do our job to bring the mind back. We help the mind. Those are the points. So today points are wherever mind goes, bring it back. And the fifth is be detached. This detachment applies in not thinking about how we were in the past. By the way, this is an important point. In a Krishna consciousness, there's no point in we keep on thinking about I was bad, I was like this, I was fallen, etc., etc. So what are we going to do about the past thing? It's not going to be of any use thinking about how we were in the past. Yes, we were all in whatever the stage of in our life were. It's okay. Forget about that. And all right. So what about in the future? Will you become a best of best devotees? This is nice. We can tell Krishna directly that Krishna, I don't guarantee that. We can tell Krishna we don't have control of what's in the future. Likewise, I don't have control of anything in my Krishna conscious in future. All I can guarantee Krishna is now at this moment I give it to you. This very moment I give it to you with full heart. And that consciousness should continue moment after moment after moment after moment. What happens? That becomes future. How beautiful this is, right? If you focus on this moment, after a moment, that past moment becomes past, right? And the future becomes present. In the small step by step that we take, we are also altering the future. That's exactly what is happening, right? So a moment becomes past and the future moment becomes present. In that way, we can chant nicely and apply the same thing in our life. We'll see if there is any discussions. We have 3 minutes. The way that the book says here is very encouraging and giving hope to us. You see the words that have been used here, it's all positive words. So far, I have never seen in this book at least that is driving us on the negativity. We should know that if we chant one Maha Mantra and actually listen to it, hearing it, we have done something wonderful. We have done something wonderful and our life is already successful, right? So, but the only thing is we should be greedy, lobha. We should have Krishna consciousness. We should become greedy that now that this paragraph, this line says, you have done something wonderful and your life is already successful, take the chanting bag and lock it up. Because life is successful anyway. Why you have to do the second round, third round, fourth round? That's not it is. If you feel that your life is successful, you've done wonderful, then you want to do more wonderful things. It's not end of it. If you like something, you do it more. And if you have decided this is enough, I am successful, that means we have not really tasted the holy name. If we have tasted the holy name, then our tongue will not stop chanting. It'll continue to chant. So that's a point to understand, not to decide that we are done with it and once for all. That's not the case. Thank you all very much. We'll see if there is anyone wants to add any points. It's nice, beautiful to. I mean, fortunate here. Yesterday, a couple of days, I've been chanting with Tulananda Prabhu, and today I have two great devotees with me sitting here, Ramananda Prabhu, Sharan Prabhu, and Shravanti Mataji. Always I sit in the camera. Now it's nice to have people around me and chanting and reading together. Anything? Okay, it's 5:30. Thank you all very much for joining this morning. We'll continue to see what are the other beautiful key and secrets that Prabhuji is going to reveal to us. Continue tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Time. We'll have a wonderful rest of the day. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy as Prabhupada says. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.